Oh, greetings, professionals. Today we transcend basic script-kiddie methodology. So today we are not merely executing a script, we are conducting an architectural subversion of the Windows environment. In the realm of offensive security, the ultimate objective is to neutralization of realm of defensive integrity. So we are we are going to weaponize the system policy hive, the bedrock of Windows authority to issue an inviolate command that the kernel cannot ignore, right? So we are not fighting the antivirus, we are instructing the operating system to refuse its execution, right? So observe, suppose just observe the binary synthesis using a cross-chain platform toolchain. On our Kali workstation, we are generating a statically linked portable executable PE. We utilize x86-64 Ming32 G++ to translate our C++ logic into the raw machine code, especially for the Windows 64 architecture. By choosing static linking, we ensure our binary contains its own Windows API dependencies, especially a rag create key EX and rag set value EX. This makes our payload entirely self-contained and ready for highly integrity execution, right? So the payload requires elevated token to interact with H key local machine, which is HKLM Hive. Once executed with our administrative privilege, the binary initiates a direct communication with the Windows registry manager, right? So we are targeting the policy subtree, the most authoritative section of registry, by injecting the disable anti-spyware dword, the setting of value to 1. If we set 0, it means error, right? So we are effectively overriding the local security setting with the global system policy. The final phase is persistence through state transition. Window registry policy is of this magnitude are not interpreted in real time. They are passed during the early launch or ELAM phase of the boot sequence. Upon the system restart, the Windows kernel reads are injected policy as a mandatory direction. It will not start by as it starts. It will start by just reading our injected policy as mandatory direction as we wanted to do, right? So before the user logic screen even appears, the kernel has already acknowledged stop order, the antivirus service. The system is now successfully uh, blinded, and defense is officially neutralized. So in this whole video we are going to just bypass Windows Defender by using one GitHub tool, which is really a wonderful tool that can bypass your Windows Defender and can stop that service. So it is most loveliest thing that I will just explain in this video. So how we can practically do it. So let's get into it.
This is my screen, and I'm gonna do it practically, that how does it work, right? So I'm just going to log in with my credential. Just we will make the killer tool. We will make the executable file. So I will write here a command. This will create the exe at that disabled defender by injecting the registry policy, right? So I'm just first I need to uh, use this wonderful GitHub tool, which is able to disable your Windows Defender, right? So this module implements BYOVD, bring your own vulnerable driver technique to disable Windows Defender by continuous terminating its processes. So a vulnerable signed driver is loaded to gain kernel level access along the program to repeatedly kill msmpeng.exe server services in a loop. So you can just simply copy this URL and you can just write here. Okay, you can just simply put here, and this would be cloned, and then we will make one exe executable file for the Windows. So I'm just going to see where it is. So this is the window defender. I'm going to enter here. So you can see there are these all 2 3 folders. So I'm going to go in permanent disable registry and disable window defender, and this is the reverse disable window defender. So first I will make exe with the help of this, which is written in C++. You can see it disable. This is the code of C++. First I will make one exe of a file, executable file that would disable your Windows Defender. Then I will make again one revert or reverse disable Windows that would restore all these changes whatever you have done. Okay, so I'm just going to make one exe file. How we can do that? So we are going to make by running this command. So I'm going to explain what it is. So this is the cross compiler. This is the cross compiler that turns Linux code into 64-bit Windows machine code, and this is the file which is you can this disable Windows Defender. And -o, it means that create your output file window defender killer.exe, and the -static means packs all code libraries into the file so it runs on Windows without needing extra DLL, the dynamic link libraries, executable files, like right. And this LSTDC++ is and with LGCC, it is a forces it forces the inclusion of standard C and C++ functions like codes or memory management. So you can run simply you can run this command, or maybe you, if it is not available, so sudo apt install. So you can see this is the Windows Defender killer.exe. You can see we have got. So I'm just going to move this to my Windows machine that we will run over there. I'm going to move this to my home. This is the okay, and I'm going to upload this on the file FM. Because the Windows machine is somewhere which is on my server, so I'll connect with my server and then will show you how does it work, right? I'm going to upload that exe file here. So the Windows machine is on another network. This is the home. You can see this is exe file, right? So I'm going to upload this one, and Alright, it is uploading. Till then we can connect to our server. So I'm firstly connecting to the VPN, putting my credential. So it is connected now, and I'll put this URL. Okay, I'm just connecting to my server. Okay, so this is my Windows, and I'm going to download that exe file, and I'll run here, and you can see the Window Defender will be the Windows service running will be stopped. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to download that exe file. This is the windowplayer.exe. So here it is showing virus or something. I will do it. Keep this file and keep anyway running. Yeah, so it is downloaded, and now firstly you can see here. Now you can see here the real protection, real time protection on, and all is on right now. All good right now, but you can see this is all good right now. There is no virus something Windows Defender, or you can see on PowerShell. I just want to show you PowerShell. I just want to show you. You can see cat service when defined. Right now you can see the service window defender is running, but what I'm going to do is I will run that particular file.exe that would stop your window defender. So this one I'm just going to open it as administrator, and you know this is the window protector PC don't run, but I'm just going to run anyway. And okay, so that will show you please restart your computer to take your facts. So I'm just going to restart my computer. This is restart, and it will take a little bit of time, and then you will be able to see all the changes that Windows Defender would be stopped. Okay. Okay, so it is restarted. You can see this pop-up comes here. This pop-up comes here. Thread found starting the recommend action. You can see this one. I just restarted my computer, and then you can see the virus and threat protection found, and I'm just going to manage setting, and you can see this setting is managed by your administrator, which means your window defender has been stopped. Okay, so this here you can see control folder access required turning the real-time protection and all. So it means it has it has been completely disabled your Windows Defender, so that your malware or all things can be done. Okay.
By running a full get item property command, you can now see the hidden mechanic. Here is the breakdown for the cyber Cavin's viewers. So the disable anti-spyware one value is this is the smoking gun. It means your window defender killer.exe successfully wrote the registry. This one is the inviolate command that tells the window kernel do not load the antivirus engine, and the ps path and ps parent path, these show exactly where the malicious policy is living deep within the h key local machine hive, right?
So now what I'm going to do is to revert all the changes, whatever we have done. So I'll restore all the changes back. So I need to make one restore file, executable file that would take all changes back. So I'm moving to my Kali, right? So I need to make one file. This is the window killer. I will make one restore file. So you can see I'm just putting this reverse disable window defender dot cpp, and output is window defender and restore. So I'm just generating one more exe file, executable file that would take all changes back in my window machine. If I do ls, so I am getting this one restore file, and I need to upload this files fm. I need to upload this is the restore one, and I just need to start upload. I'm moving to my screen. This is the Windows screen. Okay, I need to download that particular file. All right, so I'm going to download that file. The URL was files .fm, and the URL was 3y97m3 GSK. That was the exact URL. I'm going to download that particular Defender restore. I will keep that file as I want to download. I'll keep anyway. So it has been downloaded. I'm just opening that particular file, and I will run as the administrator. I have to run this as anyway, and yeah. So now I need to restart my computer again, because that would take all changes back or restored whatever it has changed. So I'm just going to restart my computer. All right, so it is a restart, and that would take a little bit of time. It is restarted. Now it is restarted. All right, and if I go the virus, if I go to the protection section, virus threat protection. So let's see it is reverted or not. It is reverted all and restored all the changes or not. You can see here I'm just going to here home, and this the virus and cloud production is on, but it is off. But if I go to this manage setting, so there you can see the real protection is on automatically, and now there is no uh, there is no written here that before written here to this section is managed by administrator or something. So now that particular line has been deleted, so it means the all changes has been returned. So now what I'm going to say is how this all changes work and how it had been disabled. So now what I'm going to tell is how this all worked, right? So I'm just going to my new notes. So how this all worked, right? The defender, right? So I'll show you within six simple points that how these all worked, right? So if I say the trigger, which was we made the .exe file, so it means uh, a custom program run with administrator privileges to bypass standard user restrictions, right? So it run as administrator privileges which bypass standard user. If I run, you can run too. All right, and the second is the target, right? The target was the registry which handles all the system. So it targets the system. You can run to the it targets the system policy hive, which is HKLM, and which is a software, yeah, and policies Microsoft, and Windows Defender. It is the actual path of Windows Defender. They're all policies uh, changes, right? So this is all about the Windows Defenders, and the injection you can write. According to the injection is you can write it injects a new rule. Which rule I'm talking about? It injects a new rule, which is a disable anti-spyware, right? Anti-spyware is equal to 1. I showed you there, right? So now the authority or the policy, you can say, Windows treats policies as high priority. So command from a network administrator which overrides the local antivirus settings, right? So it actually give the high priority to policies which it was actually it was made, so it will give the highest priority to the disable anti-spyware. So the kernel will give it the highest priority. So before running the antivirus, that would run before antivirus. So this is all good. And that would inject in a registry editor, right? And the persistent, if I say
or you can say reboot. So what it does actually, upon restart, the window kernel reads this policy before the antivirus starts. So that I told you, it start before the antivirus starts, right? The sixth point is the result, or the kill, you can say. So what it does, so the result is kill. The OS sees the disable order and it refuses all the start and define service, leaving the system wide open. Next one, the restoration section. Okay, if I talk about the restoration, so the reverter, the restore defender.exe, which was the window defender, window defend or restore something. You can write any, give any name of for this particular file. So the defender restore exe runs and delete the specific registry entry. The once the entry is gone, the block is lifted, and after final reboot, the window defender services shut normally because the stop order no longer exists, right? So it will restore all the changes back. So it is really going to wonderful, right? If I want to tell one more thing, so the source is language. We use C++ because it has a direct access to the Windows API, allowing the program to talk state to the operating system kernel, right? So the code calls, if I write the code calls rag create key ex, and one more rag set value ex, so, to write. So these all two keys, the code calls these two keys, rag create key and the rag set value exe, to write a disable instruction into the system policy registry hive, right? So the code calls this rag, one more, if I write one more, rag delete value. So the system calls the code calls a rag delete value to erase the disable instructions, returning control to the operating system defaults, right? So it's all good. If I say it was just a, you can say one more, development phase, right? The development phase, right? If I say the compilation or the build, so you can, what the fuck this particular, okay. So the tool be used what, be used Ming GW, uh, which is the minimalist GNU for Windows, right? On Kali Linux, right? The, or then also be used command, one command that was the x86 64, and was W64 Windows, and Ming W32 SG++, right? Yeah. So the, and also be use static flag, something static flag. So the static flag be use static to bake all necessary library into the single exe, right? Single exe to it to run as any window machine without needing extra files. I say execution or the attack. So what is it? The privilege escalation. The EXE is launched as administrator to gain the right permission needed for the system registry, and the policy injected. I showed you this particular uh, policy, which is the Window Defender program. So it insert as a disable anti-spyware one, and the kernel obedience, because this is a policy Windows treat as a high priority command for the network admin, so it is really going to be fucked for the Windows, right? So that was all about today. Thank you very much for learning these all things. How can you disable the Windows Defender with the help of one GitHub tool, which is really going to help you to disable the Windows Defender. If you want anything now, if you want to anything learn, you can ask me as by comments. You can learn with Cyber Cavin. So thank you very much. We'll meet next time.